Okay, so I got a message from Latrice. Shout out Latrice for sending me a message and asking about how exactly I do the tree of evil with my self-forgiveness. So I figured there might be other people that have the same question. And so I just figured I would do a video on it and post it in the group. So that way it's there, you can easily access it, and I'll probably just put it on the featured section, like pin it, or maybe in the comments on the tree of evil that's in life that's pinned the tree on the brochure in the Facebook group. So, anyways, just so happened that I had a reaction, which comes up every so often, so it worked out perfect because I just had this reaction that I hadn't yet wrote about. So it was perfect opportunity to write about it and use it. So I just dropped in here the photo here. And so basically what I do is I write out my whole rant. So rants can be, depending on the situation, can be very nasty, secretive, spiteful, all the things. I find that sometimes for myself, like if it's not a huge reaction and I'm able to like catch it pretty quickly and I don't go participate in the thoughts too much, that I don't have a lot of nasty thoughts because I redirect myself really fast. And that's obviously come from doing process for a really long time. But it's the rant is basically just being as self-honest and just getting it all out there as a self-expression of what was going on with you and not trying to like Rebecca says, like make a diary entry or a gratitude journal or something like that. It's like just getting everything that you have within you out on paper. So, so that's what I did here. This is this top part. So I'm just getting everything out so that I can start doing my self-forgiveness. Um, and then that's when I start following the tree of evil here. So I got everything out, just sharing like everything that happened from what I can recall in my mind and how I perceived it. And then I start doing my self-awareness. So uh, there's some typos here. Of course, I'm gonna have typos because I just type and then I do uh autocorrect and I don't really read through my stuff that thoroughly again. But today I'm going to because for me it's just more about getting it all out and forgiving it and it's sounding it and speaking. So all this I speak out loud. Even the rant, I usually talk out loud. Doesn't have to be all the time, but I just prefer to do that, and I prefer to obviously you need to sound your self-forgiveness, because by sounding it, you're speaking to your unconscious part of your mind because words are pockets of sound, and so if you're not sounding something you're missing a lot of the mind's programming and stuff by not sounding it. If you're just doing it in your mind, it's not effective. Um, so yeah, anyway. So then here I go into uh the anger. So right here, I'm like, I just start and I angry. I forgive myself for accepting allowing myself to get angry at Cami for being spiteful towards Stellar. And then um, I took it personally. So sometimes I'll just have some stuff flow out of me, and then that's what those two are. And then I'm like, okay, back to the anger. Okay, I forget. And frustrated and anger are interchangeable for me. It's like the same because I'm participating in blame when I'm frustrated as well. So I'll use that word a lot too. So I forgive myself for accepting and allow myself to be frustrated when I pronounce words wrong and became embarrassed because I turned flushed with redness in my face. And that's pretty much all I had for that emotion. And then I started looking at the blame. So I forgive myself for accepting and allowing myself to blame Cami for how I'm feeling within myself. And blame. So then I said blame again. And then I had a couple things come up within me that just I felt like needed to come out and expressed. There's a couple more blame. And then after that, the blame was kind of like, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go look at my fears. So now I'm like, okay, I forgive myself that I accepted and allowed myself to fear Stellar becoming me instead of trusting who she is in her physical stability. Uh, so then I just keep doing fear, 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 fear. And then I get down to the doubt. So the doubt I do when I'm not seeing, realizing, and understanding, because that's essentially what doubt is like you're not understanding something. So you're not seeing, realizing, or understanding. So I forgive myself for accepting and allowing myself to not see, realize, and understand that I am present with Stellar in every moment at the park. And I can explain to her that Cami was just doing that to get energy and feel the positive energy experience of power and control at the park. So I'll do that. The doubts, I had two here, and then started just, then I went into the inequality. So inequality, a lot of times you are perceiving yourself as superior or inferior because those are the positive, negative energy poles to inequality. So I forgive myself for accepting and allow myself to participate in feeling superior to, this is supposed to say Cammy's parents, because I know their religion is bullshit because they're Jehovah's Witness. So in my mind, I'm like, I have the answer with Destiny. So I'm feeling superior. So I had that point within me a little bit, still resonating towards that whole situation. Inferior, superior. So it's still just participating in the same energy game, which is interesting because that's exactly what she was doing. So I'm actually 100% equal with her, and doing the same thing and not being in self-awareness, just like she was up. So yeah, and I do those, and this one I did. I forgive myself for accepting and allowing myself to feel unequal to others when I do not know how to pronounce words correctly. Um, so yeah, and then I kind of just stop there, and then I just start also within all my past stuff and whatever else comes up within me and what I see I need to forgive as well, then I just start doing that on the bottom. Usually, once I go down that, it opens up the opportunity for me to see other things. Um, so I had, a lot more stuff, and then I just shared until I felt like everything was fully expressed. And then I realized that all my reactions within me are based on my past memories being activated and nothing to do with that present moment. And then I just have some commitments here. So I commit myself to when and as I see myself going into reactions towards children at the park, I stop and breathe, and I always bring it back to self and investigate what was activated within me. Because I know that that had nothing to do with that little girl or Stellar, because they were just being kids and having fun and expressing themselves and doing their own thing. The reactions were only coming up within me. So I commit myself to when and as I see Cammy being spiteful to Stellar, I approach her with questions and curiosity, as long as there is absolutely no movement within me. So if I am not reacting or no movement, which I've had lots of conversations with Cammy and like, because Stellar really likes hanging out with them at the park. So, um, yeah, it's cool because I know that I can ask her questions and be curious and all that kind of stuff. So that was a natural commitment statement for me. And then I also have I commit myself to continue to work on my perfectionist personality mind construct. So I have already a mind construct that I have as an ongoing um construct for my perfection. Well, I have different personalities that I have identified within myself that kind of get activated and I participate in. So I've been doing mind constructs on those, and one of them that I seen was activated here was the perfectionist personality, because of not wanting to be embarrassed about mispronouncing words. And so when that was happening to Seller, it activated that perfectionist personality within me. Uh, so that commitment was just to continue to work on that um, personality, perfectionist personality mind construct. So yeah, it's basic. Like this is what I was talking about on the call today and how to use this here. So you basically just write out all your anger and frustration, write out all your blame, your fear, your doubt, your inequality, either you're feeling superior or inferior or unequal in some way, and then your lacks. Like, what are you, why do you feel in lack? What are the reasons you're in lack? Are you feeling some loss? Forgive that part of it. And then yeah, move to the other side and start educating yourself. What are you going to do? What are you going to commit? Are you going to commit to listening to ECOF audios? Are you going to commit to putting stuff into TT? Are you going to commit to um, sharing with someone in the group so that you can get a cross reference or some ideas of how to do commitments on this point? Are you going to take responsibility? So, mm, so those are ways you can use this kind of structure to your writing that makes it really quick. Like this writing here took me maybe 15 minutes, if that. Um, because, well, obviously I've done them a lot with this structure, but even when it's not like it's new to you, it still goes pretty quickly because you have a structure that you can follow. And of course, over time, you doing this every single day, you'll get better. So yeah, this is all I wanted to share. And this is just real time, like me writing about a point. This is actually like one of my writings, my writing today. So um if you have any other questions about it or whatever, you can either leave comments and I can respond, or you can send me voice memo in Facebook, Messenger, or you want to schedule a call, whatever. I'm here to support on anything. But if you want specific things for this, just hit me up and let me know. So hope this was helpful and see you on the next call.